This is a report from Dr. Alex at the SCP Foundation. scp-6000 has been reported to be able to go through different dimensions. For example, the dimension log, it says, and the dimension diagram, it says we're on. It says our home is the dimension 32, but 05 have said there's no reason to research into that. But we have gone through to SCP to the dimension right next to us, and it has similar things to us, but a lot of things different. And we have discovered that the people have been nicknaming it after the portal gun out of the game. Portal. And recently we have discovered that there is a whatchamacallit, basically a atrium for portals, but we have to just check that out more. And anyway, to the dimension right next to us, 44. Big thing that is different is in that dimension, Hillary Clinton won the election in 2016, because the Electoral College didn't really screw up there and allowed the popular vote to actually succeed, because in that dimension the blue wall didn't fall because Donald Trump in that dimension didn't target those states hard. He only targeted Florida and Ohio, and lost the electoral vote the same, from our observation, the same way, the same outcome than in our timeline. That our timeline, he won 2016. And yes, now the people listening to his reports and be now asking, who won the 2020 election? 2020 election was, well, a race that a lot of people, thanks to Hillary Clinton, a lot of stuff got through. For example, well, it was a Democrat year in 2016 and 2018. Surprisingly, from basically people, we've been discovering that in 44 universe that it is besides 3 events. Basically, people have been calling it the divergence from our own timeline. From in 2000, Al Gore won the election, and that meant that he won. And thanks to the swiftness of Al Gore, surprisingly, 9/11 only killed people at the Pentagon, because the plane in their timeline that hit the Twin Towers surprisingly landed in the ocean. Am I reading that right? Yeah. From our reports, it landed into the ocean because it was reported that there was a terrorist attack on a plane, and then they went to the wrong way, then ran out of fuel, then crash landed into the water. Sadly, all the people on that plane, besides 40 people, all the people on that plane died. And besides the Pentagon getting attacked, approximately 200 people from, I believe, approximately 400 people died, including the plane victims. But it wasn't as bad as the 9/11 from Dimension 45. This is interesting.